Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome to another edition of My 15 Minutes. My name is John. The channel is Old Folks Boogie 2, and I am 70 because that makes me an old folk. So, this is my channel, and this is my nightly run of the mouth. I don't do much of anything else during this 15 minutes, but just talk. Not trying to teach anybody anything to speak of right now, just running my mouth. Again, we are filming on a Note 9, and I'm using the DJI Mobile 3 gimbal, although it's not doing much except holding up the phone at the moment. I'm not even sure why I'm using it. I could just as easily use the Nikon or something, but here we are. So this is episode 39 of, so I've been doing this since January 1st of this year. And I'm just going to talk for 15 minutes every day for a year. That's the whole idea behind it. So you can learn more about me and what I'm doing and why if you want to start back from the beginning of this. But if you're just running into it today for the first time, that's fine too. You can, I'm just not doing much of anything actually. I'm just having a chat. it's kind of bizarre. Oh well, hey, listen, I thought this was an interesting picture. I changed my background every day in case you haven't been here before, and I just thought this was an interesting picture. It's could be water, could be vodka, could be any clear something you drink, something it's not carbonated. Let's put it that way. But anyway, it was just a nice, interesting picture. So one of the issues I've got with this setup and using the Note 9 is it keeps continuously changing the exposure settings, and I can't do anything to lock it. If I move around and change how my face hits the light that I'm using to make myself filmable, it seems to I have to it changes. It just white balance. If it's in auto, it does the same thing. So I have to set it to a specific white balance, but it won't let me lock it. You have to set it every single time. And there's no custom white balance that I can find. No way to generate a white balance reading. Not on this. I had an interesting idea the other day, and I ran it by my brother, and he thinks it's pretty, not much. He doesn't think much of it, but I think if somebody was to put a lot of effort into generating a camera that's as thin and shaped like a phone with lenses front and back, but everything except the phone system itself. I don't know how much weight that would save. Actually, my brother thinks almost none at all. He thinks all the weight's in the battery anyway, and he may be right. I don't know. But I think if you could put, if it's not a phone, you could put, some sort of, Hawaii. I'm not even sure how to pronounce that, but those people putting zoom lenses, real zoom lenses on their newer cameras. And their new flagship, sometime coming out soon, I think, is going to have a 12x optical zoom. That's what I'm pretty sure I read that, and that's pretty amazing. I'm not sure where you get the camera with the controls you need to do this kind of thing. The DJI software that I'm using inside my Note 9 to help to work with this thing doesn't give you much control over, no shutter speed or you know, even if you're taking photos, I don't know that there's much there, but but you should be able to lock your white balance. You should be able to, lock your exposure settings. I saw on a video someplace where somebody said, "Oh, you just touch where you want to lock," and I don't know. No, didn't seem to do anything to me. I touched, and I thought I would lock it, and something comes up on the screen. Actually, I get a little bit of a yellow box with a little sunshine next to it, and you would think that would be part of it. But if anybody has an answer, and although I doubt anybody's listening to me anyway, I don't think anybody comes to my channel and listens. I'm just talking to hear myself talk, actually. So not bad. It's interesting. You put stuff out there for the world, but I don't invite anybody either. That's my problem. I'm not willing to go ahead and advertise myself yet. I'm not sure if I ever will, but my family, they know, and you would think they would actually come see what I have to say periodically. But no, not interested enough. But that's okay. It takes a lot to get interested in watching a YouTube channel. Oh, look. I have kitties in the room tonight. They're both sleeping on the top of the sofa over there, across from my office. Catty corner to me. I'm trying to figure out a way to use, I've been playing with this little camera. This is called an Aukey. Aukey, A-U-K-E-Y. See if you can read that. I don't know if you can read it or not. But anyway, it's like a little GoPro. I actually bought it I bought it in the summer of 2017 and played with it a little bit, but then later that summer and then into the beginning of that year, fall, I got pretty sick. And so I forgot about this thing, really. It was in a box, all of its stuff still there. But the other day I was in the moving into my newer offices from another part of the house. I ran across the box with this camera in it, this little Aukey. And it's got, a waterproof housing, it's got mounts, it's got other things with it. And I've been trying to figure out how to use it to get the cats at play. Just to put it someplace. It's got a little remote to it even. It's of all the things, it's got a little remote control. And you push a button, it takes a picture, push another button, it turns the video on, push it again, it turns it off. It's pretty. And when I bought this, I'm hard pressed to remember it, but I think at the time this was probably listing for like $99.95 or something like 100, and who knows, somewhere around $100, I guess. They're still selling them. You can go on Amazon today and get it for $69 or something, 59, 69, somewhere around there. And you can get them cheaper on eBay. They're dirt cheap. But it does have a decent little picture to it. Not so little, it shoots 4K, for God's sake, if you want it to. So it shoots 1080p. It really does pretty exceptional for what it is. But at the time, and I'm pretty sure that I wouldn't spend any more than this, I'm pretty sure what happened was I must have gotten a blurb from Amazon or something about, what do they call those things? Deal of the day or whatever, because I am on Amazon's list. I mean, we do a lot of shopping through Amazon, so I don't mind being on their list. But this wasn't a treasure truck or anything like that. I didn't go out to get it, I don't think. I think it was pretty much shipped in. But I went back to look at the order, and it's there. It was July of 2017, but it won't tell me what I paid. But I'm pretty sure that it was a special, and I'm pretty sure it was like $39.99 or something. I wouldn't have paid a dime more than that, I don't think. I had no use for one. I wasn't looking for a GoPro type camera or anything like that at the time. So it would have had to have been really cheap to entice me to go ahead and make the purchase, even though, you can always return it when it's on Amazon. Uh, but I didn't do that. I didn't return it. I just held on to it. And I forgot about it, and I remembered it again. It's got Wi-Fi built in, although I have no idea what to do with that, how to utilize the Wi-Fi. I connected it to my cell phone. My cell phone can connect to this thing somehow, but I don't see anything, and I can't seem to stream anything out of it. So I don't know. But anyway, I'm just trying to figure out how to utilize it to film cats on the play. That's my focus these days. Well, not the only focus I have, but it's one of my puzzles. I'm trying to figure out how to make use of this little camera, as cute as it is. And actually, what's even more interesting is I just realized that in my flea market stuff, out of my shopping stuff, I have a 360 degree or 720 degree camera of some sort out there. I'm gonna have to go dig that out. It didn't sell. Normally it was this camera when I bought it. Well, I was a Walmart closeout. It was $120, $119.95, and it was on clearance for $19.95. And I thought, well, goodness gracious, okay, everybody's into GoPros and that sort of thing. You got a couple of these things for $20, they should be able to sell. I sold one, and I kept marking it down to get rid of it. I finally sold it for like 20, I think. I don't think I made a dime on it. But I have one left over, and now that I'm playing with cameras, maybe that would be an interesting tool to try. But in the meantime, I'm going to see if I can get this to work and get some videos of kitties to put up on my channel. Everybody likes kitty videos. Maybe they'll get some hits. But this is, it's a cute little camera. It does amazing things for what it is. I was doing product shooting with it a little bit ago. Just put it on a selfie stick and just hold it out wherever you want, over top of whatever. Just hold it out and just push the remote and let it take pictures. And you just take so many of them that you pick out the ones that the other like. It's pretty amazing. Little tiny things. We're going to get them embedded into us one of these days. We're going to have your eye will be the camera. I can't wait for that personally. Let's see here. Turn this on. That, right? And then now, here you go. Weird. It's really weird. Anyway. So this was a complete waste of 15 minutes for you, unless you're interested in I don't know, unless you're interested in, well, I mean, you might be interested in me just running my mouth, seeing what I have to say 15 minutes a day. Today, not very much. But if you get yourself a chance to find one of these out there in the real world, and it's cheap enough, if you find this thing for $20, and it comes with a lot of attachments and all kinds of stuff. But if you find this thing, get one. Even if you don't really have a use for it, you may find a use for it someday. Cute. Anyway, we're now running down the clock. The 15 minutes is almost up, and it is time to say goodnight. This was not my most educational talk. It wasn't even my most interesting talk. It was just talk. Good night. Take care. Be good to your friends and loved ones. Take care of each other.